So hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and here is another exciting video for you guys to learn from. Today I'm going to be working with a brow that doesn't want to be trimmed. So first thing I always do is cleanse with my micellar water from Mismetic. I use the wipe today because she has a really dry skin set, so I was just trying to make sure whatever I do it has moisture. So I use this Damini spray. It is refreshing. It's like a toner as well. Then I use the vitamin C serum from Adventure, and I apply much more under the eye because under the eye needs to be really moisturized. So I go in with this bump. I've realized that this bump Mismetic moisturizer, it has like a primer in it, kind of. It's drying out, so I applied under the eye because I felt like, okay, I need more moisture under the eye, and I used my hand to do this. I realized it dry out fast, like after I put the whole moisturizer. So eventually after this, I had to even put a spray first to hydrate. Then I use this grip from Mismetic. I use my beauty sponge to dab it all over the face except the under eye. Like I try to avoid the under eye because I don't want it to be too matte. When I put my product, I don't want it to be drying out and looking all cakey and stuff. So next thing, she has a very oily nose, so I put this in the parts, and these are forehead side that I used to produce weird oil. So this Alcon Stop the Sweat is also a sweat block for the nose area too. I basically just asked her, oh, where do you have much oil? And she just told me, so I worked with that. And I'm using this hydrating thingy. Oh my god, this video is already getting too fast, but please watch. Hey god, during Kiss Beauty spray, I use that to bring back hydration, and then I use 3 different foundation. The Blossom, I used Zekel and V Beauty. Oh my god, voiceovers are not for me. So I forgot I did not moisturize her lips, so I went back into moisturize her lips. So now I'm using the Adventure rich toffee or rich something for the contour. Rich toast, yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. So I'm just putting that all over her head. Apparently this time I was really fast. I was trying not to, Adventure products, they dry out so fast. So yeah, so I'm using this blush, is Spice. I used the wine and a little bit of that orange up there. I mixed it, then I'm using it for the cheek side because look at what it does now. It brings warmth, so why not just use it? So I'm using this warm nude concealer. Apparently some products I use the concealer first, then I wait for it to get tacky, but Adventure products, they get dry in like 2 seconds, so you can't even be playing. I just do it, I blend out immediately. So after I blended the rest of her face, I went in with my setting powder. Trust me, I blended this well properly. I went in my hard setting powder in honey, and I used it under her eye to just, that's me blending the crease line before actually applying the product because I don't want crease. So look at how that blurred out. I don't like, it's kind of underrated. Art is actually a very good product, but So my model here was doing a challenge, billionaire Oyeji Kashi. Check my Instagram if you want to see the rest of the video, please. It was a very nice transition. So with my VB2 powder, I'm doing a contour over her eyes, trying to sculpt her face, to give it definition. And yeah, I'm showing how I blend my contour into with my concealer. So I'm using this, my favorite blush palette, and it's really pigmented, like just little goes a long way. I can't believe this thing is like 3,000 naira. So I'm using powder all over the rest of her face because I'm about to do her brows, and I don't want my hand to be staining the, I don't know how to explain, but yeah. So this user oh my god, pomade, I can't remember the name. It grips a lot and it doesn't bring white cast, so I stopped using brow tamers and I just use this edge control for my brows, and I make this matte before I start drawing. So this is just basically a setting powder, the same art that I used before. So for our brows, we had to change location because Nigerians, not being Nigeria, Nepal always stress you out, and my battery already, I ran out of power on my battery as well. So this is me trying to line our brows. Remember, I'm not trimming her brows, so I'm just going to use my imagination to sculpt out something, because if you decide to draw according to where the hair is growing, it will end up doing a very big brow. So this is what I just do to just, I just filled in the brows and then I drew the back of it. I did not draw line at the front, don't forget. So now I'm just going to brush that together with the spoolie, make everything blend. I didn't put any products on this. So now I'm going to conceal because I don't know, I just felt like it was still a bit too big and rough. So I concealed right on her hair. If you notice, there are hair strokes hanging under. So when I conceal, I use the lighter products behind, and when I'm doing the front, I switch to a darker product. And many times I don't even get to the front entirely. Look, I've switched to the dark product. If you notice from my flat brush, you see. So most times I don't get to the top before I stop and blend, but this time I got to the front. So yeah, this is the brow. Yeah. So now I'm going to go into our eyeshadow. I use that Adventure to prime our eyes because Adventure is like really matte, and I believe this is going to hold my eyeshadow together. So yeah. Then after that, I use the Blossom eyeshadow. Look at how this eyeshadow is looking so nice and cute. I use that color for transition, right? And before the end of the video, this eyeshadow decided to fall and break. Look at how cute it is, oh. And please pay attention to the colors that I'm using. So in case if you buy this palette, you can use it. It's actually very pigmented and I like the colors. So I use that pink for the inside. Like I was going for like a soft look, and then I kept a little, not pigment, pressed pigment, yes. And so the next thing I did was use my powder palette to set up brows. I like to do that after I already applied like a little eyeshadow, so it can blend in well with the eyeshadow at the top. Then when I use that color, I think it's chestnut, then for the front I used this dark chocolate and maroon to blend in with my nose contour, because I don't like to leave the front to be bright, you get me? So basically that's what I'm doing. So after I did this part of the nose, I proceeded to, oh god, this place is so long. How did I make it so long? After then, this is the eyeshadow and this is what it looks like after it fell. Look at it. So I use this shade Zite and I put it in the middle of the eyes. It was looking more like hollow eyes, you get me? But then I use my other index finger to apply, then my middle finger to blend it in, just like that. Yeah. So after I finished that, I did my liner. So this liner, I did like two different types. One on the other eye. The one on this eye, I'm trying to make sure the back of my liner is fuller. So when I apply my lashes, the back, the illumination, I think it's illumination, like it gives fuller behind and the front is not going to be really slim. So after I did that, after I did the right eyes, I did the left eyes, but I made it tiny. I didn't give the illusion of, illusion. God, I said illumination. It's not giving, look at it, it's not giving the illusion of fuller behind. So then after I made the other side fuller back, and now I'm about to put my lashes on. So I'm putting mascara. Lashes are really curly and they almost destroyed my eyeshadow. And this particular mascara, it is very, very delicate to handle. God, English. So the Mismetic lashes, I'm using Crush. This is what it looks like. I've used a few of them. This lash pack is basically full lashes. People with small eye space cannot use it. So I'm putting my classic glue. This is it. Classic. It is super hard. I like to use it this way because I realized that when I used to use it the other way, I wait forever for it to get tacky. But this way, it gets tacky real fast. Look at the way I'm trying to fix these lashes because our lashes, like our natural lashes, they are really curly and they're getting in my way. God, I don't know if it's only me, but curly lashes, they really piss me off. They take my breath away. So yeah, I'm adjusting the lash and it's already like really fixed and good to go. Look at what it looks like after. So now for the under eye, use that brown shade under, just to give the eyeshadow some ceremony. And then I went in with this darker shade, like a black, for the back even, so it can be fuller. I don't know if you get me. So I want to dust out my under eye now, because I baked it, but I did not bake like I didn't just make it too matte. You get, like I didn't put too much product. So I'm cleaning the lip balm I applied in the beginning, because I'm about to do my lip. So this is Plum in Adventure lip look, and then there's Pepper in Classic, and the last one is Pinky in Adventure. So I'm applying this Plum shade first as a liner. But after I line it finish, God, I almost spoke Yoruba now. After I line it finish with this Plum, I use darker shades first. I could be using, most of the time I use the Adventure brown lipstick, but this time she asked for a bold lip, so I'm using this Plum to line first. Then after I line, I'm going to apply the pepper red lipstick, the classic lipstick in pepper. And then that's it. And after that, I told her to smack so that it can reach the top and I can blend easily. I did 2 layers of this. After I did this layer and I blended, and I applied another layer and blended. Then after this, I wanted it to be a bit lighter in the middle, so I applied Pinky as well. This is Pinky, and I just kept it in the middle, and then she smacked, and then I blended. And look at the eyes that is even popping. Like it was giving, before I started, like when I started, the eyes was giving, oh, I'm about to be bold, but then when I finished, with proper blending, it's all faded away. So now I'm using this Damini setting spray. I don't like the pump, but it lasts long as well. Then I'm using this Rimmel Fix and Go to complete it. Look at the way this one goes into the skin, like it actually soaks in all the powder product. And then she chose glossy lip. I was going to leave it like that, but she's like, oh, I want to do glossy. If you want to see how that went down, you can check my Instagram. We did this I wanna love you in every single way challenge thingy. So basically everything that we did in this video, she chose them. So and I'm fixing our overall makeup with this Ferrari spray. This one goes like it's so dramatic. So look at how yummy our skin looks after all the makeup. So I'm doing the under eyelash. She has long lashes also under her eyes. Like I like it when people have lashes under. It's really always beautiful, like makes the work even much nicer. So I kept it under, and then I used this Stayela Cosmetics for my highlights. And after my highlights, I used a Ferrari after I finished this highlight. I think it was after I finished the highlights. So I did my highlights after I used this Damini and the Fix and Go spray. So I like to do this dewy thingy. I don't know what I'll call it, but it brings warmth to the face. It sculpts your face. Basically, that's what this is for. It brings dimension to your face. So, Mumumina, after I finish doing makeup, instead of me to film in landscape, I'm going to film in portrait for Instagram. So please, if you want to see how this properly looks like, go to my Instagram. I beg. It's on the screen. It's Glammy Etiwe Diamond. Please go to my Instagram and check this beautiful look. I hope you guys liked it. This is Low Light, and thank you so much for watching my videos. I love you, and see you in the next video.